Hi Collective, we're continuing our journey through the Major Arcana cards from the Fool to the World. Today we're looking at number 18, the Moon. The Moon basically represents our intuition and inner guidance, which can show us what path we should take next. Our inner knowledge and wisdom comes to the fore to take us in the right direction. There can be a certain darkness, the unknown, which we have to overcome to reach the light again, to get back to a situation where we can see clearly and feel that we've overcome a challenge even when we maybe didn't expect it. So it's a card of decision making, but it's also a card of waiting what happens. It's a card of waiting for the sun to come up and shine on the dark path that we can see in front of us. We don't know exactly where this path will lead us. We can see the lit up bit here. This is what we got to reach. We got to get to the darker, through the darker bit to get to the light. And here we have to leave the water, the element where we feel safe, as a crustacean anyway. And we have to get through these gates here to access our intuition, our inner wisdom, our inner knowledge to help guide us. And we can get near the moon if we can fly with our mind. We try to get near the moon to illuminate our path, to illuminate ourselves, to receive that wisdom, to receive that knowledge deep from within. And of course, the moon is one of the most important bodies for us, and then the sun as well. After the moon, the sun comes up in the morning, so that's when we'll be seeing again. We've been contemplating all night. We've come out of our sheltered environment, but we need to go back there. And we mustn't feel tied down or frustrated about the situation only because we can't see everything clearly. We need to keep that inner control. We need to keep that equilibrium and that balance within us. And we'll be guided by the moon. Even by the moonlight we can see a certain amount of our path that's lit up, especially with the guides, the guardians, the angels, the spirit guides, the celestial beings that help us, that support us, and that guide us in the right direction. So it's also about divine timing. You come out of your element at the right time and you'll be fine. You can get back into it at the right time. Everything's going to go as planned. If you're too early or if you're too late, then the sun comes up anyway and illuminates the whole thing, but you might not have had that. That's piece of enlightenment that the moon brings. You haven't quite had that yet, so you have to be patient and you have to go through that darkness to reach the light. It's obviously not literally, but in your mind, and you need to do some shadow work. The shadow work we do in the dark. This is working on ourselves, the parts we don't like, the parts we don't understand. We're beginning to understand with patience, tuning into the moon, receiving that intuitive wisdom and that intuitive knowledge that will then put us back on our right path. So, patience, diligence, believing in yourself, of course. The moon will light up a certain part of our path. The rest we have to work out ourselves. And that's what learning is all about. These are the life lessons we're learning during the moon time. And we get the intuition during the moon time as well. Our instincts are higher, our insight, our perceptiveness is sharpened by the moon. And it will help us to absorb the life lessons and, things we have to learn to progress. Otherwise, we're not be able to choose the right path or, do the right things for ourselves or for others. So the moon is an interesting card. And of course, again, when you read for someone with these cards, you need to see all the other cards around the moon card to put it together, to put the story together properly, to find out why that person needed that inspiration from the moon, to find out why that person needs to do the shadow work, and why they need to learn the lessons. Because the lessons are the most valuable things we can learn. And so hope this was helpful. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, it's very much appreciated. And I'll see you in the next reading, which will be the next Major Arcana card. It's the Sun. So until then, take good care. Bye-bye.